Hello everyone, welcome back with me. In this video, I will tell you about active and passive voice. Okay, before we before I start the presentation, I will to before we start the presentation, I will let me introduce myself. My name is Pamela Salyna. I am from class A2 Denpasar. Okay, first let's talk about active voice. Active voice tell us what a person or thing does. The active voice has a direct, clear tone. Use it when you want the reader to focus on the subject of your sentence and the action it is doing rather than on the action's target. For the pattern is subject plus verb plus object. And for the example is Anna paint the house and Ali post the video online. And for the passive voice, in the passive voice, the action's target is the focus, and the verb acts upon the subject, or to put it in the passive voice. The subject is act up upon by the verb. Every sentence in the passive voice contains two verbs, and the first is a conjugated form to be of to be, and the main verb past participle. And for the pattern is object plus verb plus subject. And take a look for the previous example. Now in the passive voice is the house was painted by Anna and the video was posted online by Ali. Okay, let's talk about the change of active into passive voice. Number one is present simple passive. And for the pattern of active voice is subject plus verb one plus object. And the pattern for passive voice is subject plus to be plus verb three plus by plus object. And for the example is for the active voice is many people speak English, and passive voice is English is spoken by many people. Number two is present continuous passive, and for the pattern of active voice is subject plus to be plus verb one ing plus object, and for the passive voice is subject plus to be plus being plus verb three plus by plus object. And for the example in active voice is my mother is making a pancake for me now. And for passive voice is a pancake is being made by my mother for me now. Okay. Number three is past simple passive. Pattern for active voice is subject plus verb plus object. And for the passive voice, the pattern is subject plus to be plus verb three plus by and plus object. For the example for active voice is Alfie bought a cool t-shirt yesterday. And for the passive voice is the cool t-shirt was bought by Alfie yesterday. Number four is future simple passive. The pattern of active voice is subject plus will plus verb one plus object. And for the passive voice is subject plus will be plus verb three plus by plus object. The example for active voice is Mark will write a poem tomorrow. And For the passive voice is a poem will be written by Mark tomorrow. Number 5 is present perfect. The pattern of the pattern for the active voice is subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus and plus object. Number 3 is the pattern for the passive voice is subject plus have or has plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. And the example for active voice is she has watched movie. And for a passive voice is a movie has been watched by her. Okay. Number 6 is past perfect. The pattern of active voice is subject plus head plus verb 3 plus object. And for the passive voice is subject plus head plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus object. For the example for active voice is they had used in poison gas in World War II. And for the passive voice is poison gas had been used in World War II. Number 7 is passive voice without be. Sometimes we can use get instead of be in passive construction. For the example in active voice is someone stole my car. For the example in be passive, my car was stolen. My car was stolen by someone. For the get passive is my car got stolen by someone. And number 8 is passive of verb containing two objects. The verb can have two possible passive voice when it takes two objects. There are indirect object and direct object. Uh, it is the it is the direct object which becomes the subject of the passive sentence. We can, however, also use the direct object as the subject. Uh, the indirect object is the object that appears first in an active sentence. For the example for the active voice is the salesman show him a new computer. For the act for the and another and and then the salesman show a new computer to him. And for the passive sentence is he has shown a new computer. That a new computer was shown by him. And then passive voice of sentence containing preposition. When we put an active sentence where a preposition or proposition follows, After the verb into passive, the preposition remains immediately after the verb. For the example in passive voice is someone broke into the pet shop and the for passive voice is the pet shop was broken into. And the last is passive of verbs with object and object complement. After some verbs, the direct object can be followed by an object and by object complement. When these clauses are made passive, this object complement becomes subject complement. And for the example, an active voice is they elected him their leader. And the for passive voice is he was elected their leader. Okay, this is all about my material. Thank you for watching and see you.